Yo, what's going on, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG, and today's video, guys, what I have for you, we're going to be taking a look at the Cosmic Eclipse set. Unfortunately, I was wanting to have this video up sooner, but I was one of the unlucky suckers that was a part of an internet outage in my area, so I had to spend an hour on the phone with the cable company today resetting my modem 100 times, it seemed like. But yeah, we're back. We're good. Also, we are on PokeBeach as usual, a fantastic website if you're wanting to find out news on Pokemon and just anything Pokemon. They have all kinds of stuff. They have articles, they have like leaks, all kinds of things here on this website. Fantastic. I definitely recommend it. But another thing I just want to say, my overall feelings about this set. This right here says it's the largest set in history. I don't know if that's true, if it translates to the TC or the English side of the TCG, America, whatever. Something that I just don't like about these large sets getting hyped up like they're this great, fantastic thing, it just usually means that there's more crap filler cards in this set that are just not playable. And that's why like I get really annoyed when I see people just hyping the living Christ out of these sets that they're like, "Oh man, there's so many cards in this set." I'm like, "That means there's going to be so many bad ones too." Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna try to skim over a lot of these cards. I'm just gonna like talk about very specific ones. So if I do miss a card that you're excited about, please let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are excited about. I'm really interested to find out. Also, we're on the road to 1,000 guys. We're less than 80 away from it. I'm super pumped. I cannot wait, and I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. I'm definitely doing a giveaway whenever I hit 1,000. I'm just working on all the kinks on that one. Anyway, moving on. So we're going to take a look at Venusaur and Snivy GX. I'm going to really be focusing on this card because of the ability. Great ability and really mediocre attacks. So Shining Vine, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, whenever you attach a Grass Energy from your hand to this Pokemon during your turn, you may choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and switch it with their active Pokemon. And it has Forest Dump for 160 for a Grass and 3 Colorless Energy. And then for 3 Colorless Energy, it does Solar Blast GX. It does 50 to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So I guess that's okay. You can do 50 and pull stuff up. I don't know. But if you have 5 energy attached to this Pokemon, you can heal all of your Pokemon. So I don't know. Like the ability is great, but the attacks just seem really mediocre to me. Volplume, not bad card. The art's really nice. You have Erica back there with it. Frequent Flower Garden pretty much just allows you to heal 30 from each of your Pokemon. And I guess if you just have like several Volplume out and you're able to like hit some Great Potions or something every turn, um, you can not get the negative benefits or whatever the negative side of the attack here on Big Bloom because it's 180 minus. But it does 10 less reach damage counter on this Pokemon, and if you run into fire, it just pretty much like you're gonna auto lose. I mean, I guess like two energy to do 180 is not bad, but it's really not like that great of a card. Allergy Bomb does 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, burned, and paralyzed. It's like I said, it's just really mediocre. Heracross is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. It's in my top five, so we're gonna cover it because yeah. Great Horn does 50, and if your opponent has any tag team Pokemon in play, it does 70 more damage. You can get that set up for a triple acceleration and do 120. It's not bad. The fossils, I will say, are kind of a letdown. The last fossils were actually pretty good, like that, and I think it did pretty okay at Worlds. So I was really hoping to see like them print some more like cool fossil cards. And Armaldo's okay, but Cradily is just meh. Cricketune is an interesting card. I mean, it doesn't do anything great. I mean, it does 30, and if you have exactly one card in your hand, it does 100. If you have three, your opponent's active is confused. Six, and then you do 30 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I guess like one energy, and you could do some fun shenanigans with it. Buzzwole is a cool card. I really prefer the promo. I don't know. Like the promo looked cool. This one just looks like he's Supermaning the victory. I don't know. But as the ability Beast Burst, it does 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card they've taken. This is exactly the same thing as the Beastite card, except Beastite I think does like 10. I think that's what it's called. It's like a tool card. And then Touchdown, Miami Dolphins have no idea what that is. Just want to throw that out there. It does 60 and you heal 30 from this Pokemon. This is really a late game card more than anything. And next up, we're going to be taking a look at Charizard and Brazen. I don't know. There's that. This is a really good card. It does 180 for 4 energy, 3 fire, and a colorless. Is actually really easy to set up with Welder. But you can search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them in your hand. Even if your opponent has reset stamp, you're going to be doing this like multiple times, more than likely. I mean, if that's like the center on your deck, I guess like my point is like even though reset stamp is a thing, it's not going to fully stop this card because you might be able to get another attack off. You can grab like a couple custom catcher and a supporter or something, you know. But Crimson Flame Pillar GX really reminds me of Turtonator GX's attack. Attach 5 basic energy for discard polished Pokemon in any way you like. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned and confused. So you get to attach a bunch of energy, and then if you have 2 energy on this Pokemon, you can just burn and confuse your opponent. And then like next turn, you can like Welder and just search for 3 cards. It's a nice little card. I like it. The EV cards aren't bad. I'm actually really glad that they printed a EV or a couple EV in this set, just normal one. Just that way you don't have to use the GX. But Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon all have like very specific abilities with what they do. And there is the Flareon right here. But the ability Power Cheer, the attacks of your opponent of your Pokemon GX that evolve from EV do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. This one's actually really good. I like this one. I was thinking about running this with a Jolteon GX. I think that'd be cool. Just an idea. Yeah, so there's that. And then let's see, moving on. Embor was cool. I had a lot of fun playing Embor in the pre-release. Pretty much whenever you evolve it, you look at the top 8 cards and you can get any of the basic energy you find there and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. That was a cool little pre-release card. Volcarona's okay. It's like nothing great. Blastoise and Piplup GX is really good. Splash Maker for 150, you may attach up to 3 water energy from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like, which bypasses the 1 attachment per turn rule, which is really good. And then you get to heal 50 damage from those to those Pokemon for each energy attached to them. So let's say you have like something like really banged up, really beat up. Oh, apologize. It's like really banged up. You get to retreat it and then like maybe attach some extra energy to it and heal it off. Really cool. And it also has Bubble Launcher GX. This is a cool attack. I like this. So if your opponent's active now paralyzed. If this Pokemon has at least 3 additional water energy attached to it, this attack does 150 more damage. I was thinking maybe you could potentially run this with like I don't know, like maybe the Quagline or the Quagsire Naganadel line. You can run it with the other Blastoise, get some additional energy on there. But essentially, you can hit pretty hard with Bubble Launcher, which is really cool. Here is the Vaporeon. As long as this Pokemon is in play, the maximum HP of your Pokemon GX that evolve from EV is increased by 60. This one, I feel like these two, the Flareon and the Vaporeon, really just outshine um, Jolteon. Even though all 3 of them are like good in their own way, honestly, they're actually all 3 are really good. My only issue with them is like you can you can really like just kind of run out of like EVs. So I guess like maybe you can run like the GX and the normal one just to kind of like spam your field a little bit. So let's see. We're gonna skim through here. All right. So Empoleon, I actually walked out of the pre-release with a 444 line just because like I wanted them. But I'm gonna read Piplup to you here first. Here is the art on Piplup. For 3 water, Bubble Hold for 80, and the defending Pokemon is a basic. It can attack during your opponent's next turn. And then Prinplup has a cool attack right here. Direct Dive, discard all energy from this Pokemon and do 100 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And then you get to Empoleon. So both of those Pokemon cost 3 water energy, and Empoleon has Recall. So for 1 colorless energy, you can choose an attack from this Pokemon's previous evolutions and use it as this attack. So essentially, you get to snipe a Pokemon for 1 energy and do 100 to it, or you can either do the 80 attack, and if it's a basic, they just can't, they can't do anything, which is really cool unless they retreat. But still, nonetheless, I feel like Empoleon's a really cool card. And it also has Aqua Fall for 130. So, just in case you need like a little heavier of an attack. Let's see. So, Wishy Washy GX, I feel like at most is going to be a fun deck, really. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. This one right here really is probably just going to be on there or it's probably maybe going to be in the deck just for like some additional damage output. But Sculling Storm for a water and a colorless does 20 and does 20 for each of your Wishy Washy and Wishy Washy GX. And then the attack Big Catch GX. Look at the top 12 cards of your deck and choose any number of basic Pokemon you find there and put them onto your bench. So that's not too bad. Let's see. Magneton, I feel this card's like really but I feel it like at the same time you could run it in that Slowpoke Psyduck tag team deck. So the ability Beacon, once during your turn free attack, you may choose up to 3 supporter cards from your deck, reveal them, and put them in your hand. And unfortunately, Magnemite is going to be knocked out. But if you're just needing some extra damage output, this could be really good. But yeah, just that knocked out's the only thing that I might really sit there going, okay, is it worth it? There you go. And then we're going to take a look at Jolteon. All three of them are good in their own way. Jolteon, I feel like, has the best art out of all of them, though. That looks so sick. The ability Speed Yell, again, any GX that evolves from Eevee, except this one you pay one less colorless to attack. So it's pretty decent. I'm actually thinking about running Jolteon with Flareon, maybe, and then like maybe a Vaporeon, because I just feel like with like the what is that item card that lets you like do extra damage? I feel like that along with just the Flareon could be amazing. I don't know why, just like the damage output could be kind of stupid. So Galeon Lunala, it's okay. The energy cost, I guess, like you can run it with Malamar is not bad. So there it is. Got Lily riding on the back. Cosmic Burn's going to do 230, and you can't use Cosmic Burn next turn. It costs 3 Psychic and a colorless. And then Light of the Goddess GX 200. If you played Lily's best effort from your hand during this turn, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to each of your Pokemon. So you do the GX attack, you do 20. If you played the supporter, all your Pokemon are safe. Coughing and Wheezing are cool. They have synergy with Roxy. Not too bad. Let's see. Gallade, really the only thing it has going for it is its Psychic and Fighting. I'm actually going to be running a Dusknoir deck at some point, or building one at least to show you guys. And I feel like this might turn into a group project with my friends, which is going to be pretty exciting. But Duskull has a cool ability here. So Soul Evolution, once during your turn before you attack, you may discard 3 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it on this Pokemon. And then yeah, you just discard 3 cards and evolve. And then Dusclops actually has a pretty solid attack and disable. You never know when this can actually hinder and mess with your opponent's like setup or just what they're trying to do. I feel like disable could be a cool little like sneak attack. But yeah, really Dusknoir though, I like this card. I think it's really cool. Its ability is literally feigning stamp, and that is a spell tag. I messed that up. Its ability is literally spell tag. There we go. But whenever it's knocked out, you put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So if you throw a spell tag onto this sucker, whenever this goes down, you pretty much essentially have 8 damage counters you get to mess with, and the silver border just makes this art look so much better. But Psy-Up for 60 during your next turn. This Pokemon's Psy-Up attack does 60 more damage. So that means you're going to be able to hit for 120 with 1 energy, which is actually not bad. So yeah, you get like an attack that does a decent amount of damage for 1 energy, and then whenever it's knocked out, you just get like a high damage output. 4 to 8 depending on if you have spell tag on it. So yeah, feigning stamp's literally spell tag. Let's see, skimming over some of this stuff. This is really not that good. Mimikyu with the ability is fantastic. Shadow Box, as long as this Pokemon is in play, each player's Pokemon GX with damage counters on it has no ability. It's very splashable, and this can really hurt and hinder a lot of decks. Uh, Bucephalon, this card's getting some hype. Debt Bomb, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. If your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining, you can put 12 on them instead. It's not a bad card. Flygon was not that good. Armaldo, I mean, Ancient Blast is okay. This attack does 50 more damage for each unidentified fossil in your discard pile. I mean, it's not bad. Let's see. Oh, Lycanrock's really good. So there's Lycanroc. If your opponent has any Pokemon GX in play, its attack is reduced by 3 colorless energy, which is exactly how much it costs. So it does 60, and if your opponent has any special energy attached to it, or opponent's Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, the attack does 70 more damage. So you get to do 130 for free, essentially, if your opponent has a GX out and have a special element. So it's not bad. Next up, we're going to take a look at a Alolan Persian GX. The ability Smug Face is why I like this card so much, and the attacks are respectful. I mean, they're okay. But you get to prevent all effects of attacks, including damage. Sorry, I was listening to the rain. It is absolutely coming down right now. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's tag team. Ultra Beast and Pokemon with special energy to them. That's so good. Like it's literally like, if your opponent doesn't have an answer for this, it's going to be a problem. But Claw Slash does 120, and then Stalking Claw GX it does 120 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's actually really good. You just kind of get to hit some for 120, but still, Alolan Persian is actually not bad of a card at all. Like, just that ability can be really annoying for some decks. Let's see. This is like a cute card, but that's really all it has going for it. I mean, it's more of like a joke card. Okay, I apologize. I had to sneeze. Whew, god dang. Allergies are getting to me. All right, so we have Cottony and Whimsicott. So there we go. There is Cottony and there is Whimsicott. There we go. Yep, there's these two right here. And the cool thing about these cards is they both have Lost March, and that's really all they have for them. They're just extra Lost March Pokemon. Whimsicott can have used triple acceleration energy, so you can get that attack going right there. And they're fairy types, so you get to hit Pokemon that have fairy type weakness, because there are definitely some ones out there that are coming up that are really more than likely going to be popular. So yeah, you can definitely hit those for their weakness, and it's just cool that they're making more Lost March attackers because that deck is kind of it's kind of falling off somewhat just because of the fact that Pokemon have so much more HP now, and so I think the fact that they're making more targets is gonna be cool. All right, the next thing we're gonna take a look at is gonna be Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX. There's the art right there, my boy Dialga right there in the middle, running things up. So it has ultimate rate for a water, a metal, and a colorless. It does 150, and you get to search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Not too bad, honestly. And then Altered Creation GX for a single metal energy. For the rest of the game, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. And if this Pokemon has at least one extra water energy attached to it in addition to this attack's cost, when your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from those attacks, you take one more prize card. This card is insane, and I cannot wait to just see what people make with it and to monkey with it myself. I can't wait. Now the next card we're gonna take a look at, I feel like is everyone's like most sought after card, or like at least what I would consider people's number one for this set, and that is Reshiram and Zekrom GX. Thunder Flame for a fire and an electric energy. You get to do 90 damage, and you get to discard up to 3 in any combination of fire and basic electric energy cards from your bench Pokemon. And this attack does 90 damage for each card discarded this way. It's pretty obvious who this Pokemon's partner is going to be, and yeah, it's gonna be insane. But it also has a really good GX attack, which is going to be Cross Break for 2 fire and 2 electric energy. This attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If you played End Resolve from your hand during this turn, this attack does 170 to another one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So that's going to be really good. This is meh. Uh, oh, here's a good card. So Mega Lopunny and Jumpluff GX, or Jigglypuff. I said Jumpluff. Jigglypuff. So for 3 colorless energy, it does jumping balloon 60, and then this attack does 60 more damage for each of your opponent's EX and GX. This has potential to hit for a huge amount of damage. And then Puff Smaster GX, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. If this Pokemon has at least 4 extra energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, it does 200 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Pretty solid card. And here is the new Eevees. This one is really good. Tail Block is actually pretty dope. Search your deck for any number of EV and EVGX and put them onto your bench. That is really good. Lead's okay, but this is definitely the one you're going to be more than likely playing, just because like even if you have to use that first attack, it's still not bad. Bro, it is coming down outside. Good lord. Alrighty, Zangoose. I like this card. I feel like this card's really good. Brutal Edge for 20 plus damage. Stack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. You never know when that could be good. Let's see. This is actually a card that I'm really liking. So there is Silvally GX. You got Gladion back there. I think that's his name. The ability Disc Reload. Once during your turn before you attack, you may draw cards from your deck until you have 5 cards in your hand. I think this would actually be a pretty solid. Like if you can't afford to Dene, I feel like this could be a cool option for you. But Buddy Brave, 50 plus damage. You play a supporter card from your hand during his turn. You do 70 more damage. So I mean, for 2 energy, you get to do 120. And then White Knight GX, if your opponent's active is an Ultra Beast, that Pokemon's knocked out. So that's actually really good. So is pretty dope. And getting back to the Buzzwole I was talking about earlier, here is Beastite. So it's a Pokemon tool, and the attacks of the Ultra Beast this card is attached to do 10 more damage for each prize card you've taken to your opponent's active Pokemon. So obvious synergy there. I don't know who the heck these two are at all. I just want to throw that out there. Chaotic Swell, whenever either player plays a new stadium card from your hand to discard the stadium, discard the new stadium as well. So if you're playing a deck that just for some reason, like you don't have a stadium to play or you don't know what to play, you can run that. It's not too bad. Clay is not all that good. This is meh. This is really meh. Erica's not playable. Great Catcher. I feel like this is probably the best item card overall. I like this a lot. But there it is right there, guys. And I feel like some decks could actually replace Custom Catcher with this card. Uh, at the same time though, it's like you're gonna be getting like you're gonna be like freeing up more space for yourself. But the discard two cards from your hand, I don't know. You'll just have to see. But it just allows you to switch one of your opponent's GX or EX with their active Pokemon. So you discard two cards, you get to bring something up. It's really good. Let's see. This is an interesting card. Basically, it'll like reduce the HP of a GX or EX by 100, but whenever it's knocked out, your opponent takes one less prize card. Lana's Fishing Rod. This is actually a pretty cool card. I like this one. So shuffle one Pokemon and one Pokemon cool from your discard pile. I said cool. Did I say pool? I think I said pool. That's why I like messed that sentence up because like it hit my mind. Like, bro, you said pool. Shuffle one Pokemon and one Pokemon tool from your discard pile into your deck. There we go. I learned how to English. But anyway, yeah, you just get one Pokemon back into your deck and one tool, so that's pretty good there. All right, and here is Lily's best effort. So draw 4 cards from your deck. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand at the end of this turn, shuffle cards into your deck until you only have 2 remaining. So this reminds me a lot kind of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I can't think of the name, but that's really what it reminds me of. But Lily's best effort. You have this card, and you can of course use that GX attack, which means you can yeah, what card was it that did that? There was a card where you got to play Lily's something, and you got to do an additional effect, or I might be wrong. Anyway, moving on. Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was Lunala and Solgaleo, right? I think that's what it was. Hang on a second. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. So you play Lily's best effort to get Light of Goddess's extra effect. That's what it was. Okay. And then Clefairy Doll, really cool card. Basically, you get to play it down like it was a 30 HP basic Pokemon. This reminds me a lot of Robo Substitute. At any time during your turn before you attack, you may put this card on the bottom of your deck, discard all cards attached to it. This card can't retreat. If this card is knocked out, your opponent can't take any prize cards from it. Not too bad. Let's see. This just allows you to discard 2 and heal. Search your deck for up to 3 water cards and put them in your hands. Not too bad right there. That has great synergy, of course, with the Piplup and Blastoise. And when you play this card, you may discard 5 other cards from your hand. If you do, during this turn, your water Pokemon can use their GX attack even if you use your GX attack. So, great synergy with Blastoise Piplup. Amazing. Ends Resolve. Yeah. Discard the top 6 cards of your deck. Attach all basic energy. Discard this way to one of your bench dragon Pokemon. So that's just a really good way for you to set up a future Zekrom and Reshiram. Also on top of that, you get to or Reshiram Zekrom, excuse me. And on top of that, you get the additional you get to 170 something. Professor Oak's Setting. This could actually be a great card for some decks, just because like if you're running a deck that has multiple types on it, you get to just like set your field up essentially. You get to search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon of different types and put them on your bench. So let's see, like you could let me just throw like a scenario out. Like let's say you're playing Reshiram Zekrom and you're like running the Noggin and Dell version. You can grab like the Reshiram Zekrom, a Poipole, and something else depending on how you have your built or how you have your deck built. So that could be really good. Red and blue. Let's see. Search your deck for a Pokemon GX that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it in play, and then shuffle your deck, whatever. And then when you play this card, you may discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for 2 basic energy and attach them to the Pokemon you evolved. This is actually a really solid card. I like this. There's a lot of discarding cards in this set. Roller Skater is okay. Rosa's actually, I feel like, going to see some play. So you only get this effect if one of your Pokemon were knocked out. Search your deck for a Pokemon, a trainer, and a basic energy. Reveal them and put them in your hand. This could actually honestly see play, which is really cool. Roxy just allows you to discard 2 Pokemon cards from your hand, and then for each card you discard, draw 3. That has synergy with the Coffee and Wheezing. Tag Whistle, search your deck for up to 2 tag team cards and put them in your hand. Fantastic card. And of course, Unidentified Fossil. We have Will. Draw Energy. That just literally you attach it and you draw. And then, yeah, I guess we don't have the other stuff. All right. Okay, well, there's for our Piplup Blastoise. Okay. All right, so yeah, overall, I would say there is some cool cards in this set, but unfortunately, majority of the cards in this set are just kind of like filler. I would say, but overall, this set's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of neat cards in here, and I definitely see some decks springing up from this, or cards that make decks better. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys have to think about this set. I'm curious what cards you are excited about. Let me know down in the comment section below. I hope you did enjoy the video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. This is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.